I'm going to give you one more chance to make some noise if you're excited because today's biggest day for having is for sale.
Biggest
Let's
day
go.
ever.
Let's
Big
go.
day.
Let's
Dave
go.
Whitley.
Let's go.
Today's message will be short and sweet because I'm going to give you some time to hang out with your teams and huddles and decide how you are going to take over the world. You may even get a visit from James or myself at your meetings. Who knows? But I want to describe something called sustained effort. Yesterday was a really good start to the day. Matter of fact, you all deserve commendation. You got out to a nice, strong start, but then things slowed down just a little bit, which is why we want to talk about sustained effort. In order to have a great check, you need great weeks of sales. In order to have great weeks of sales, you got to have great days. In order to have great days, you got to start and you got to finish. One of the things that is so hard to do sometimes as salespeople is to have a sustained effort, particularly if you have a strong start to your day or a strong start to your week. So the same trap works both ways. You come out, you have a sale before noon, as an example, and you're like, oh boy, I've got a head start. I got $2,000 AP. It's not even noon yet. I'm probably going to write $10,000 worth of annualized premium today. It was a great time for a break. I've gotten ahead, so I bought myself some time to chill. Same trap that we have with the week. Oh man, I got $5,000 of AP by Tuesday. Whew, I bought myself some cushion. I bought myself some space. Now it's time to relax and cruise into my $20,000 week. You want to have a sustained effort. James talked about consistency. You want the same behaviors regardless of the result. If you are working and you come out to a record setting start, you still want that consistent effort. If you come out and you're like, whoop, this week is gonna be rough because I haven't had a sale yet today, you still want that consistent effort. Because that maintained consistency, that sustained effort, that's what prevents the roller coaster in your check. If you ever feel like, man, I love every single thing about SLS. I just wish I knew how much I was going to make each week. If you've ever said that, you're not making a sustained effort. Because when you have a sustained effort, you do know what you're going to make every week, right? The agency has a PPA, premium per agent. That premium per agent generates approximately the same amount of premium every single week. And you are a microcosm of that, right? You are a microcosm of that. So if you start today, if you get off of the phone or get off of this Zoom, out of this room, I should say, over into the breakout room of your huddle, you guys talk about whatever you're talking about, and then you jump on the phones, you start dialing, and if you dial the right way, who knows the right way to dial?
3 times.
There you go. You got a triple dial. And what about your pace? Should you lollygag, as the expression goes? Should you have a lollygagging approach?
No lollygagging.
No
No
lollygagging.
lollygagging or
Dial fast.
and again. There you go. Either progressive dialer or take the choice away from you. You know, you're like, well, sometimes it's better just to let the computer do it because then you're forced to move at a better pace. Or if you're not going to do that, you dial fast, then you slow down when what?
When someone answers.
When somebody answers, you slow down, downshift, when somebody answers, and then you maximize that engagement. You do everything you can to make something positive happen when there's a voice on the other end of the line. And if you do that all day long, you're going to be successful. Now, sometimes the person says, well, what is all day long? Well, Henry, what do you consider all day long? And that answer is different for each and every one of you because your day is dictated by your bank account. Your day is dictated by your bank account. If you need $2,000 a week, your day ends when you have made some money. And it might not be able to be a $1,000 Gerber sale, because if you need $2,000 a week, then you want to try to make at least $500 a day in commission, right? You need $2,000 a week. But Henry, 500 times 5 is 2,500. Yes, but cancellations happen. And also, too, you want to shoot for the moon, land on the stars. So if you need $2,000 a week, then you want to aim for making at least $500 a day. And then leave some room to have some extra cash generated on Saturday if you so choose. So that means that if you need to make $2,000 a week and you need to make at least $500 a day, that means that you're not looking at your day in terms of talk time and premium. You're looking at your day in terms of PECs and commission. Now, who knows what that means? You don't.
How many PECs you actually get through, not how many people you talk to, how many times you actually go through the full PEC and pitch and go through the whole thing.
Exactly. If you need to make $2,000 a week and you have 7 hours of talk time and $5,000 of annualized premium on a Monday, but you only made, $100 of commission because some of that was Gerber and some of that was Direct Express. Have you hit your goal? No. You're looking at, you hit your agent of the day. Maybe you got to talk. Maybe you got your name mentioned by James. Hey, good job. But have you hit your financial goals? No. So what you need to be looking at is how many PECs do you do? Because if you do enough PECs, then of course you're going to have high talk time. And then you need to look at how much money you made, because 9 times out of 10, if you're making the money that you need to make, then the amount of AP that you write comes along for the ride. So don't forget that. Don't forget that today. Today, think about, okay, great job. Let me sell whatever is in the best interest of the client. So I'm not saying sell something bad to the client so you can make money. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying once you sell whatever you sold to your client, whatever's in their best interest, calculate how much money you made from that sale. If they only qualify for Gerber or Sika or what, great. But calculate how much money you made, because that's what's going to determine how long your day needs to be. If it's 7 o'clock at night and you needed to make $500 of commission and you made 7, you can call it a day. If it's 7 o'clock at night and you got $3,000 of AP, but you only made $100 and you need to make another 4 or 5, it's not time to call it a day yet. Thank goodness on a day like that, you can call till 9 p.m. in your local area, or if you've got some Mountain Standard Time or West Coast states, thank goodness you can take your day up to midnight if you need to, in order to make the money that you need to make that day. Does it make sense, everybody? So sustained effort. You need to jump on the phones and make a sustained effort, keeping your eye on how many times have you done a complete explanation of our program from beginning to end, explaining all the features and benefits and receiving an answer to your offer of insurance, an answer of yes or no, in the presence of all relevant decision makers, and including your request for referrals. How many times can you do that every single day? And then when you do that, how much money have you made? And then when you hit your financial target, not AP goal. AP doesn't pay bills. AP looks good on newsletters. AP can help you win trips and contests, but AP alone doesn't pay bills. Commission pays bills. So what did I write? How much did I get paid? And then base your day around that. Doing that many times will automatically adjust your pace, because instead of being seduced by the AP, ooh, It's 3 o'clock, and I've got 3,000 AP so far. That's great. How much money was the Social Security billing? Was it AMM? Was it Transamerica? Many times looking at what you've made is a motivator to keep going and to keep going at a pace that makes sense so that you don't find your day stalling the longer you're calling. What should be happening is you should be moving at a consistent pace, a fast and consistent pace all throughout your day, only slowing down to maximize the engagements when you get a client on the phone. Who thinks they can have a sustained effort today? Make some noise.
Sam Huber can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm in it to win it.
Who thinks they can get 6 PECs today? Make some noise.
It's
My
my
goal.
goal.
Yes,
sir.
Shoot
My
for
goal.
6
Do it.
today. 6 PECs coming your way, sir.
Who thinks they can make at least $500 in commission today? AP is going to be whatever it is.
Yes,
Sir.
I
I can do it.
Definitely.
Go.
do. I do.
Well, it's time to go to your huddles and come up with your plan of attack. And James and I probably can't get to everybody, but we're going to try to make our way and come visit. I'll be here directing traffic for those that are here for the first time. James will be roaming the halls, as the expression goes, but don't be surprised if you see one of us or both of us pop our heads into your meetings. Right now, the breakfast call is a reminder to make excuses. All results count. I say the more believe, the more you sell. It's time to say no excuses. All results count as loud as you can in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No
excuses.
only
Oh,
results.
no.
No excuses, only
Thank you,
results.
James.
Go.